Welcome to your weekend reading. This is Kristen with Sacred Soul Ascension. Welcome to my backyard. You might hear my dog barking at other dogs passing by. We're on a pedestrian parkway, so there's lots of activity. So let us draw our oracle cards, see what the overarching energies are for the collective, for you all. Calling in the highest potential timeline. Calling in our guiding light, celestial, guardianship, guides. What do we need to see to elevate our life purpose this weekend and this moment? Okay, this card is the one I'm going to take. It was the top card. It was the most solid. The Golden Children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So the golden children of the sun and of the grand central sun, the greatest grand central sun, you are a child of the light. And to really illuminate that from within and honor that connection within yourself and align your inner light with the guiding light beyond this realm that shines into this realm through the sun, and that sun representing the celestial heavens beyond the solar system, beyond this realm of illusion. The golden children, you have rare gifts, and it's time for you to acknowledge these God-seeded gifts, these sacred seeds that are yours and yours alone. And this card is asking you to really touch into that innocence and that inner child and that place of uninhibited expression, and to really allow your innate gifts to shine forth as bright as the sun. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So this shows me that we are in a birth portal. We are in a time of discovery of what our soul gifts are, and going through that creative process of birthing our visions, our dreams, our ideas, our projects, our relationships into this world. And then we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So breaking down, hitting rock bottom, the bedrock, to break through and to really come into that soul alignment, we must hit the bottom levels of the ego body, of the constructs, the temporal constructs that keep us encased in these false illusions of self. And a lot of times these encasements block us from even having contact and access to the inner child and the innocence and the rare gifts that are encoded within you and you alone. Okay, let us go to the Akashic Tarot. It's a bit of a busy street, but I wanted to bring us out into nature today because it feels so good. I love being outside as much of the day as I can, and I always do these videos inside, and I want to start doing them outside. Last time I did them outside, I was on the deck and I lost several of my cards underneath the deck. They fell through the cracks, so it kind of stopped me from being outside, but I thought, well, I'll come into the grassy area so I don't have to lose cards and still breathe in the fresh air with you all. I hope you're doing a lot of that in your life. break free. Break free from the indoor comfort zones and get out and get raw with nature. It's the best to be with the birds, and amazing how on just the slightest warmth of a day, you know, bursting, we're not even in official spring yet. There we go. How like all of a sudden there's just all of a sudden bees and flies, and the bugs are just, they come out of their hibernation. They're like, they were always there, but they were just hiding, invisible. Okay, we're starting off with the Four of Crystals. There may be a sense of feeling stuck, feeling a bit of like sticky feet. Like, oh, when we talk about connecting with those soul gifts, you might feel like a desire to do so, but you might feel stagnation. And there's Six of Swords. There is a walking away from something. A part of that stagnation could be the connection to the past and holding on to old energies that have been wonderful, you know, but are no longer serving you, and you're making that decision to let the past go. Let the past be in that sacred space of the past. And the Strength card, it's requiring great strength and compassion of self and of others to really tap into that release point and letting go, and having the strength to really carry forth your vision. It is the sign of Leo, the Strength card, really connecting into that inner child again. So this, the Golden Children card, I feel like really connects to the Strength card. You know, really having the strength to pull yourself through from the beginning of your life into the present moment, and to deconstruct, you know, the conditions and the behaviors and the patterns that you've installed into yourself. And I'm just gonna get one more row of cards. We've got on the Four of Crystals, we have the Five of Crystals. Okay, I'm gonna go for one more outcome card here. There we go, thank you. Okay, very good. All right, so what we have in the past position, the Four of Crystals, then with the Five of Crystals, then to the Six of Crystals. Pretty amazing. 4, 5, 6 of crystals. This is a grounding energy. Crystals are very earth, so you're working with the physical reality of your life, the physical, tangible relationships, financial structures, you know, home base energies. Anything tangible is represented by the earth crystals. And this four, as I said, there could be a feeling of a bit of like grabbing onto the foundation, onto what's known, wanting to steady yourself. And then we move into the Five of Crystals, which is kind of, that five is the energy of change. Like in this Four of Crystals, you're kind of divining, you know, that you're wanting something to move, something to shift, and then the shift comes, but you can feel a bit lost in that journey. And then the Six of Crystals is a kind of like a karmic closing cycle, where, you know, there's a great balancing and you're paying forward the lessons learned on your path of transformation and of releasing what your securities were, going through that process of kind of instability, and feeling like you're in a place now where you can actually give back to the community the lessons that you've learned. And we have another six here. From the Six of Crystals, we go to the Six of Swords, and there is a walking away of something. Yet with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Crystals, that walking away was for your emotional stability and really an act of compassion with yourself. And that moves you into the position of the Nine of Crystals, which is a very sovereign, very self-established, and kind of just a real sense of inner stability and feeling really good about the actions taken and the self-development to get to this place, very solid ground, very connected to your surroundings and to God. And then we have the Strength card with the Starseed and the Four of Cups. So that strength to move forward in your life with compassion, with commitment. And the Starseed, here it's really connecting into your soul-coded gifts. You know, we come back to that golden children energy, really bringing those forth, revealing your soul to yourself. And that Four of Cups, it can be an emotional journey because you realize, you know, there is, you know, a tenderness in the letting go and in that transformation process. It's not painless, but it's all very much deep and rich and worth it. And our overarching energies, we have the Sun with the Wheel of Fortune and perspective. So with the Sun is shining upon you to illuminate you, to really step forward and reveal yourself to yourself, most importantly. And the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel is spinning in your favor. It wants to fuel you into this new cycle. Fortune's wheel is changing, is shifting you, and wants to propel you into a momentum that is accelerating your potential into a higher frequency, a higher timeline. And this gives you a great perspective, great insight on what has come to pass and what is to come in the future. And you stand at the threshold, in the middle, feeling a sense of real inner satisfaction and balance. And you're a visionary now. You're the visionary, you're the architect, you are the designer of your life. And you're really being asked to be in a place of honoring that and nourishing that and growing those seeds. Excalibur, the sword, unity, sovereignty, that's this energy here. Freedom, flexibility, integrity, and accountability are our key code words this weekend. Unity, sovereignty, freedom, flexibility, integrity, and accountability. Wield your sword of truth, align to your highest visions, to your North Star, and let that communication station from the highest God self, okay, really be the guiding light, the guiding voice in your life. And go through the transformation, the release process to lighten your load and to grow and go forth with integrity and connected to the most heart-nourishing dreams for you and for the upliftment of all life that you come in contact in this lifetime. So much love to you. This is a beautiful read for the weekend, and don't let the obstacles impede you or block you. You know, move through the obstacles. You can do it. You can figure it out. You can overcome any challenge. Don't let the small mind convince you otherwise. You are so much more equipped than what you give yourself credit for, than any of us give ourselves credit for. Okay, so call in the highest energies to fuel you and guide you, and you will be led. Okay, so much love to you. Have a wonderful weekend.